Hello everyone, it's Jessica and I'm back with another scrapbook process for you for the Peartree Cutfiles design team using this gorgeous pumpkin wreath from this month's release. And here is the cut file and what it looks like. So you can get this in digital version or you can also order it in an actual version on the website as well. So I'm using it to document a cute photo of my two boys and some pumpkins, and they actually grew the pumpkins and they just absolutely love that. So what I'm starting with is I have cut the file on my Cricut, and I've also cut a couple circles out on my Cricut as well to use kind of as a mask to do some splattering behind where my cut file is going to sit. So I've just taped it down on a couple corners and I've put some splatters down to start, and I'm using a bunch of different colors which I'll list in the description for you so I don't have to say all of them. And some are distress oxide sprays, some are Nuvo shimmer sprays, and then I've got a Nuvo mica mist here as well. So some various sprays. I'm just again kind of creating like a background or a backdrop for my cut file to sit on, and I like to do this just to add some dimension to my layouts and kind of give it a little bit of grunge, but it still looks pretty, and you've got all those pretty fall colors that you can pull into your layout, or whatever collection that you're using you can match to. So it just adds a lot of fun to your layouts, and I absolutely love doing this. So I'm going to pull it up here in a moment and I'll let that sit aside to dry, and then I'm going to work on backing my cut file itself. So here's what this looks like as I pull it up here, and then I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm just going to show you a couple of these pumpkins and how I back them. I am just going to trace around them and then cut kind of inside the line that I've traced, if that makes sense. And then I just glue it on using some liquid glue from Creative Memories. So it's super easy to back. It does take some time. I'm not gonna lie. It does take a bit of time to back each one of these. You can also use the contour feature on your Cricut to back them, but I wanted them all different, so I didn't want to use the contour feature for this. But I did end up using the contour feature for the little stems on all of these. So you'll see me pull in that part of the cut file here after I get all the little pumpkin pieces backed. And I've just chosen to back them with plain wood grain type paper that I had pulled out. I was actually going to use it for my background, and then I decided to use white instead. So that's what you'll see me pull in after I get these little pumpkins on here. So I am actually using the Echo Park A Perfect Autumn collection. This is a fall collection that I've had in my stash for a long time, and I just thought the colors in this were so pretty and perfect to use on this layout, so that's exactly what I'm using. And here I'm just going to adhere my my regular cut file piece that I've backed onto that contoured piece that I've cut as well. So there's the wood grain sitting behind it there as I'm gluing this. I'm just going to stick that together, and then I'm actually going to pop this up off my page using some foam adhesive, because I laid it flat and I thought, well, it kind of needs some dimension for me. I don't really want to leave it completely flat because I want my cut file to be the main focus other than my photo on this layout. So I kind of want to enhance that. So I'm going to just pop that up off of my page a bit here. So first I'm going to get my photo worked on here. I'm going to mat it once with some smooth white cardstock and then distress those edges. And then I'm going to mat it again with a scrap of the, this is just a scrap from the same collection that I had left over from the pumpkins and some other things. And I'm just going to use this brown pattern paper and distress the edges of that one as well. So super easy there. I'm just using my close to my heart edge distresser. Tim Holtz makes one. You can even do that with your scissors if you don't have one. So really super simple and easy. I'm distressing the edges of my white background as well, and then I'm going to mat it onto that blue that you see there that I've had laying behind that paper. So I just cut the edges down a little bit. I'm going to cut the middle out of this blue because I want to save that blue. I really like the hue of that and the tone, and I think that will be something that I can use in the future. So I've cut out the middle to save. Then I'm going to put that down there so I have just a little bit of a border, and then I'm going to place my cut file back on just to kind of see where my photo is going to go. Originally, I thought about putting this on top of the cut file, but I thought there really isn't much to my photo on that side anyways, so I'm gonna hide the photo a little bit behind the cut file because I think I like it better that way anyways. And then too, it'll be easier to pop that cut file up off my page as well. So that I'm just adhering with some of my tape runner here. I'm gonna adhere my background paper to that border. I'm just flipping it over to make sure that everything's stuck down. And then here's where I'm adding that. I'm gonna add in the foam adhesive tape to my cut file. I have this giant adhesive roll from Thermoweb and I'm using that. I'm just cutting strips and putting that on here, and I'll fast forward this part so you don't have to watch all this, but you get the idea. So here I'm just finishing peeling off those strips and sticking that down. So there that is. And then basically I'm just gonna finish up this layout with embellishing with just a few things. I don't go crazy on this one. My title is gonna say Happy Fall, y'all. And I'm just gonna pop in some Pink Fresh Studio letters to finish that title off. The sticker I've grabbed from the sticker sheet from this collection. So I already had that. And then I'm gonna add in some flair epoxy from Scrappin Happy Studio, which you see sitting there on my desk. And I'm also gonna use some Peartree Pieces in those little leaves, which I love the colors. The colors match actually pretty perfect to this layout, which I'm surprised. I don't know what collection Marie had in mind whenever she designed these ones, but they are the absolute perfect colors for this specific layout. So I've grabbed some of those, and then I've also grabbed one of those acrylic pumpkins from the Not Just for Boys kit club. So I'm using one of those pumpkin acrylics as well. And then I'm just gonna take some of this, it's like a grayish black color of thread. It's more gray. It looks black here in the video, but it is kind of like a dark charcoal gray. And I'm just gonna make some thread twiddles to put behind the pumpkin and then those flare epoxies as well. So just adding some texture again and some dimension. And then I'm just gonna adhere everything down using some glue dots. So pretty simple. You guys can play along with this one. You can scrap lift it if you'd like, and if you don't have the file, you can grab that on the website and I'll link it down below for you. So feel free to use that, and then you can also visit our Facebook group as well for lots more inspiration. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll pop in here in a moment with the finished layout. So here's the finished layout, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you're not a subscriber, feel free to hit that subscribe button to see all my future videos that I post on a few different design teams. So I post quite a few videos. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.